My name is Angus Hamilton. I'm 70 years old. My wife is Deborah Hamilton, and we've been riding motorcycles for 36 years. This is our first major cross-country motorcycle trip since Debbie has started PD. We've known since Debbie's been in her 20s that she had some kidney damage. How's this going to affect us? What are we going to do? We're pretty active. We like to do a lot of things. So it took some time to really accept it, but we got some training, we got information, we started looking, and the decisions and everything else for us fell into place fairly easy.
Studies show that home dialysis has better outcomes as compared to the in-center hemodialysis. So that's why it's a preferred modality to start dialysis. And the reason this is preferred is because it gives them the freedom to work, travel, and do the things they like to do, spend more time with the family.
My name is Deborah Hamilton. I'm 70 years old. How did we decide that the PD at home was the better option? You don't have to come to a clinic three times a week. It is done at night, so most of the disruption is not, during the day. We can still do just about everything we've done, every other day. I don't feel it going in or coming out. So that's one thing that I have never had to, deal with, any discomfort or anything like that.
Oh, that machine makes it so easy. The Omnia talks you through everything. The functionality of it, you take your solutions, you hook up, Deb hooks. I set up the machine and she hooks up and we tag team that. But it's very mobile. Now, when we're traveling on a motorcycle, we have a case that they allow us to borrow. We use it. But if I'm in the car, it fits right in a solution bag with the scale, because she has to weigh herself every day, and the manual and the extension cords, and it's just a little package. Yeah, that thing's great.
My name is Stephanie Morris. I am a peritoneal dialysis nurse for U.S. Renal Care in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, and I have been in this role for 4.5 years. When I first educated Deb and Angus on PD, or peritoneal dialysis, they had questioned about vacationing because it is an important part of their life, and I explained to them what would be involved in traveling, taking the machine along, and sending supplies ahead of them or taking the supplies with them. They had shared with me that they like to go on motorcycle rides, and they had asked about a cross-country trip, and I had told them that they would just need a trailer to take their supplies along, and that we would help, and Baxter would help to coordinate picking up their supplies and sending the supplies ahead of time.
So usually when we talk to any patient traveling obviously it's about quality of life. So when we're talking about traveling, you go eat, you go enjoy, you're not on the same schedule. So pretty much just kind of helping them navigate menus, making sure they're choosing things as far as what's a better choice in the renal world and the diabetic world and the cardiac world and all those things. Also making sure she's taking her binders with her because she just started a new phosphate binder. So we're trying to make sure how she has a pill container, so she has it on the keys and that kind of stuff. Making sure she's kind of enjoying the traveling though, because that's really the key.
So when Deb and Angus originally came to me about wanting to do the trip, our PD nurse happened to be on maternity leave, and I knew that we were going to need some support at the clinic level. So I had emailed our director of home therapies at the time and just went over what the idea was, what they were wanting to do, and just asked for help. And it was a resounding yes that I received. The folks at the corporate office were very supportive of us. They were also very excited for Deb and Angus because what Deb and Angus are doing, that's the reason we all do what we do. We're all here to help patients to be able to continue to have a quality of life and to enjoy life to its fullest. So this was very exciting for us. From corporate They ended up connecting us with folks from Baxter, and they were able to also identify point persons at each of the USRC locations, our sister clinics, that could help us with receiving supplies.
My supervisor let me know that there was a PD patient and her husband wanting to travel to multiple locations by motorcycle across the United States, and asked if I would help arrange and follow up with the deliveries.
With the PD, with this machine, with working with Baxter and US Renal, the supplies are set up. They had a lady, I gave her where we were staying, when I would be there, what I needed. Everything's there. I don't have to worry about it.
In all my time, the 10 years I've been working in the dialysis realm, I've never had any patient travel in this kind of capacity, no.
We're going to do about 6,000 miles. Well, we're going to start off in Chambersburg and head to West Virginia, then Tennessee, then down to Arkansas through Oklahoma before we make our way to Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona. Then we'll loop through Utah, Colorado before we start making our way home through Kansas, Indiana, and Missouri.
This trip that Deb and Angus are taking across the country is hands down the biggest undertaking that we have ever had in this center planning patient travel. The social worker has spent countless hours planning drop-offs, backup hemo centers, lab draw stations for them across the country as they're going to make sure that they have everything they need on this trip. My biggest hope is that Deb and Angus's willingness to share their journey with the world inspires other dialysis patients to get out and start their own adventures, because kidney disease is not the end of life. It's just starting a different way of life, and we want to make that happen for them.
My name is John Cooper, and I'm a home therapy nurse for US Renal Care in Pueblo, Colorado. I've worked in hemodialysis for about 20 years, and I've worked in home therapies now for the last 7. Seeing Deb and Angus make a trip like this in my career is almost unprecedented. I've seen patients travel internationally. I've had patients make road trips, overnight trips, even week-long trips, but to make a journey of this nature with the planning and the execution that it requires, it's really inspiring, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. Well, first of all, welcome to Pueblo, and we're glad that you guys are here, and Al, just kind of give me an overview of how the trip's been going. And
Well, so far it has been going really nice, and the weather's been great. We haven't had any rain, so that was a big plus. And everyone's been nice and cordial and helpful, so it's gone real well.
And how have the shipments and deliveries been as you've been traveling?
Shipments have been fantastic. We've had drop ships from Baxter at motels. We've also picked up renal centers. We have one in Amarillo. This one, we'll have one in St. Charles, Missouri. Everything's been there as they said it. That you had Baxter drivers at every place we did. We didn't have like
stuff.
A contract.
A courier,
person. So they
yeah.
all had Baxter drivers.
Baxter delivered, nice.
And all we got were kudos. They dropped them off my brother's house at Sonida. Oh, he was so impressed with the professionalism. We had really good friends in Kentucky, same thing. He said, these drivers are great. I said,
Yeah.
Our monthly experiences, I can't get any better. The other supplies we send have been there, so peace of mind, it's been there. And they told me it would be, but it's, you get a little doubting Thomas, like,
Sure.
is it really going to be here when
Right.
we pull in? But no, it's been great.
Just a little longer.
We have one more supply drop, and then we're home.
That's amazing.
what words of wisdom would I maybe give, or advice to a caregiver or a spouse? Just go for it. Go do something. I mean, we met so many nice people across the country that were so interested in what we're doing and saying, hey, you guys could do that. And I'm going, well, you guys could do this too. I just say, try it. Do it by the car, because you can set stuff up. You know, most motels will work with you. I was surprised how accommodating they were. Go do it. Don't sit at home.